Welcome to the correct episode 26 and turn 52 of the Hinnom series. Last turn we were expecting a massive battle against Atlantis where we were throwing a huge chunk of our mages at his offensive push on our throne. Yeah, that's the main action. So we'll take a look at our battles with Atlantis first, so we don't spoil too much. This is our little raid into the lake, a Melqart and a water mage. It's 1 PD. I don't think we need to watch that. The next fight we have Atlantis attacking into us. This is his thug that was in the lake. It's moving out. I don't think we have anything here now, just PD. Looks like about 10 PD. Easy for him to clear. In the trackless woods, we are attacking into him, and this is not the battle. This is a raid on him. 1 PD, we'll easily smack that. Battle in near. This is where our army was, so this looks like it was his second squad that was in the province next to the throne. I know he only had 3 cat mages in that army, and I'm not sure if this was one of them. But we can see deep ones, reef dwellers, and his primary troops, the warriors of the deep. Doesn't look like he catches our army, so kills 1 PD. So that should mean the wheel is the last fight. We'll see if he stood his ground and fought us, or if he did not. So on our side is our very impressive army, as well as on his side. So it doesn't look like he changed formation too much. I think he might have moved these squads of deep ones and reef dwellers. I don't know if they're new or just moved. Looks to be about the same amount of mages. Still has his astral gems on this guy. Same gems on those. Let's see if he has any water gems equipped. Water gems still on the water 3 here. Another one. And just commanders. I'm not sure, I don't think he moved his gems around. Something to note is he has his mages in the middle of his army, so he might be expecting a mass flight, which is interesting. I haven't shown it for sure, and I don't know if they know I have access to air, though I guess my pretender does have shock resistance in the bless, so a staff of storms could be possible. On our side you can see our sparse line formation of Horites helps to elongate around on the field. The idea for that is to hopefully help wrap around his sides and get better surface area. Dawn Guard are also spread out. I think we had a second squad of Horites in the front middle here. It's going to be a bit awkward to get these strengths of giants off. Looks like we missed a couple mages from that last turn. I think we didn't show this guy, so he is astral. With some gems, might be Battle Fortune. Whatever the luck spell is. Forgot the name. So let's start slow. Catch what spells are being cast. So we see rain right away. let's go to the top. Resist fire. Blessing. Iron skin. Powers of the sphere from us. Summon earth power. Grip of winter is him. Mind burn I think is from us. Body ethereal. Mass regeneration is us. Summon water power. Is that what I saw? Guess not. We are doing a wind guide on us, which I missed as well. Wooden warriors. Not sure if that's him or us. I didn't notice any nature mages. Sounds like it has to be us because I don't think it has nature mages. Yeah, so... Oh, guess we didn't explain what the astral and fire mages are doing. I imagine we're doing Mind Burn until Light of the Northern Star is up, and then we do Soul Sway, the astral mages. Fire mages, I think, are going to reveal Pillars of Fire. And we did show that the Earth guys are doing Strength of Giants. Yeah, this guy's doing our Wind Guide. Alright, let's keep it slow. Looks like he has one squad on advance and attack. You see some of our Mind Burn going off. Tickling him. Actually, I wonder if we can check this here. This guy, no, that's diseased. That didn't hit. Right, this guy looks like he was hit by a Mind Burn. Mute. So, I was once told that Mind Burn would pop the head, and if he popped the head, it counts as a kill. So he fails to resist the roll, and the damage. Don't see any mention of targeting a body part with the Mind Burn. Alright, we saw Master... Well, I guess you already know what spells I'm putting up. There's his Rain. There's a Fire Word. That's from him. We are doing a Doom, I believe. Nope, that's not him. Nope, not him. It's a Zipper. Is it him doing Doom? Nope, it's us. Okay, so we're doing Doom. Right, and here is the glory of Pillar of Fire. So, of note, he does have Rain up and Grip of Winter. That could be an issue. So Rain doubles the fatigue cost for fire spells. Grip of Winter does fatigue damage over time on the battlefield. I think these are the little white mists on the field. Don't remember exactly how much. Let's see if we can find a squad in it. Actually, it's hard to see. I guess the Horites won't get it. They have cold resistance. Alright, so it looks like this guy took 8 fatigue damage from Grip of Winter. So that's something that can stack up. It'll definitely harm our mage. And I think it's a pretty big weakness. We don't have any sort of cold resistance buff up this fight. And this guy is getting hit as well. Both by 8. Yeah, so it looks like Grip of Winter will do 8 fatigue damage on each hit. Okay, here comes our big battle globals finishing off. Second round of Pillar of Fire. Not really good targeting. But he did do some damage. Looks like our long dead are going to charge into his front line mostly. These pillars are getting done. Let's see what kind of buff he has on his troops. So we did see Doom go off. That's good for us. He has bonus fire resistance, so it will make him near immune to what's the fire thing? Firestorm. I don't see any prot buffing from him, and that's going to be a big hole in his strategy. Or his army. Against us, we see we do have the global lucky spell on us. You don't have anti-magic up. That's a bit unfortunate. I'm not sure if it matters. And I'm not sure what his mages have been spamming, like quickness, okay. This one's doing body ethereal. It's just blessing. Powers of the sphere, earth power, destruction. I think destruction damages armor. This guy did power the spheres into acid bolt, so he's not doing mind duel with those astral gems. This guy's doing power the spheres anti-magic. This guy did rain. And let's check these back mages. So, Iron Skin, Earth Power, Allegiance of Steel. He's not using any of his gems. This guy prepares to cast Phoenix Power. Why is it doing cold? Why are we seeing this cold fatigue stuff? It's doing Flame Wards, 2 at least. 3. I'm not sure what this fatigue is. Maybe he did the Grip of Winter. Right, so he's not doing a whole lot of big spells. He's not getting like Rain's like one of Grip of Winter and Rain are like his only 2 battle globals that I'm noticing, and anti-magic, but it's lacking in offensive damage from his mage support. These pillars of fire are doing a lot of work, and you can see we're just chunking out these troops, and that's through the 10 fire resistance. This roll is 26 base damage, pierces through and does 22 damage. This fellow takes 15 damage from a pillar of fire. This guy takes shock damage. Okay. This guy takes a bunch of fatigue damage, 18 fire damage here, so even through 10 fire resistance, or 5 to 10, our pillars of fire are doing good work. His warriors of the deep line is retreating. They've broken. Our long dead horsemen are surviving so far, and they're getting good flanks off. Nice upside for our Horites is they have very high damage, 33 damage, and when he does not have good prot up, let's show an example. I guess we must have killed a lot of them, but even with the Sacreds that do have armor, we're punching through to do a lot of damage. And he even has his Bless going, so 5 fire resistance on this guy. Right, and this guy looks like he took could tank through a pillar of fire. No, that's probably the firestorm damage. You see some banishment come down. We see Living Earth. I think that's for like a Conjuration 8 or 7 spell. It summons 4 elementals, so that's useful for him. Let's speed it up to normal. We're about done, so he mostly just has his sacreds left. They have some light fluffing and quickness, body ethereal. But rain just fell off. I think the mage retreated. What is on this fellow? I don't know. That's an interesting effect. Can see his sacreds are really tough. They're surviving the punishment with their generation and resistances, but our troops surround them and eventually poke him down enough. So yeah, looks like a pretty strong victory for us. Speed it up. That glorious flaming felt. Alright, in the back, our mages did mostly fine, it looks. Guess we didn't really watch his mages, but I think with his living pillar sacred troops surviving so long, his mages likely had a good chance to retreat. So that's the wield. Capture some items. And it looks like no, a lot of his mages did die. As for losses, we lost mostly just long dead horsemen. Gonna guess a chunk of that was to banishment, and actually the long dead horsemen did most of the damage. I think a lot of that's gonna be flanking positioning, where they get harassment penalties on the enemy, so they have surrounding squares, so it's like 2 or 3 squares fighting one type situations. For him, he lost pretty much all his troops, all his sacreds, his deep ones. The warriors of the deep that routed early, some of them escaped, and some of his mages. So this is a very strong victory for us, and in the end you can see we had over 40 mages at this fight. And this kind of shows the amount of power I can pull in defensively now if I'm attacked. So if Saramatius sees this fight, this is what he's thinking about for what he has to face me. For the items, nothing super fancy. Clam of Pearls, Girdle of Might, Frostbrand, Flask of Holy Water. Frostbrand's decent, Girdle's okay, Clams are something I'm making anyway, so nothing bad for us. The Flask is maybe not useful, but yeah, great victory for us. We crushed this army, and we took pretty replaceable losses. Hey, let's get to events now, since that battle took so long. Site searching, that's a fail. Eternal Pyre was dispelled a 3rd time now, I believe. That's bad for us. That was ours, and it's 20 fire gems. No more site searching, it looks like. So for Mind Hunt, first one fails when we're targeting the Archdevil. Second one is successful. It's Ethanium. Is that the same one as before? No. Third one also kills, and it's Quintaris. So there's 3 people in that province, as we killed 2. We have another horror attack. Berytos kills a mage and a couple troops. For battles, Marverni's attacking us. This is his little troop stack. Does he dodge the counter rating? He does. He kills 1 PD. Berytos attacks us at Berytos. It's capital. We were sieging it with just raiders and leftover stuff. On it, we had 2 Dawn cards just sitting on his capital. In this fight, we see Shed, capital mages with earth boots. Oh, just 1 capital mage. We see a storm caller with a boosted water path. And we see 1 heliophagus and a second. These guys are getting good equipment now. Helmet, body armor, weapon. Firebrand is really good for him. Golden hop-on's just a shield. He's got a helmet. Armor of Knights is really strong armor. So you're seeing a whole lot of heliophagus out of him. So he clears his capital. 1 more battle. Our Melqart raiding this blood hunting site, except there's no blood hunters, just Blackhawks. Alright. We will kill that easily. For events, one of your Melqarts has realized the power inherent in the blood of his brethren. Inviting a ball to a grisly banquet, he slew his guest and feasted upon his heart to gain power. This is a national event where a Melqart eats a ball, and he gains +1 blood. And it's at this turn I learned that balls and Melqarts don't mix, and this is a great way to lose important items and important casters in fights. So that's a downside to this nation. Next event. A mage was wounded. Well, misfortune scales and strange creatures prowling the forest. We get some death gems and unrest. For sieges, we've cracked Marverni, and the other sieges are Berytos fights where we're just squatting on his forts. We kill one of Berytos' mages with, is that our capital? Looks like our capital. Yep. Alright, so that's the turn. Or the messages of the turn. Let's focus on Marverni first. We are, I imagine, assaulting, yes. Looks like it was our fireball that was killed. Which is, I think, unfortunate. I don't know if he had a fire helmet on him. There's one. Do we have one here? No, I imagine he did have a fire helmet like this, which is a hefty investment to lose, and could have had a Skull of Fire as well, possibly. Yeah. So that's a noticeable loss. So inside we're assaulting. Troops in the front. Horsemen in the front. They're on immediate attack rear orders. Squads behind it are on attack orders. Since we don't have Firestorm, we don't have reliable clear against the enemy. But Pillars of Fire should do, should blast a hole if we get stuck in the gate. Between fatigue damage and just deleting squares, Marverni doesn't, I don't think he has easy access to getting fire resistance in a fight for it to survive through a pillar of fire. And the amount of fire resistance you need to tank a pillar of fire is pretty high. Maybe like an armies of gold could get him close to surviving it, but with no regeneration. No armies of gold, which I don't think he's shown. Maybe he did, I don't remember. But point being, we're pretty much just troops. We have Gift of Flight on our Melqart to get in the back and do mess him up. But I expect we can clear this fort easily. Right, so this Marverni stack is sort of pulling back. Right, I think that's Marverni. We're not really doing much, just moving up some preachers here. Our prophet is preaching in the old capital. Yes, Berytos front is next. We're just continuing to pull out of him. This mage is coming here for some reason. Guess we're just coming to squat on his fort. Oh, that's why we didn't see any blood mages here. He has a new fort here, which is weird. I don't remember there being a fort there last turn. And if it's only a palisade, it's not like it's a site fort. I don't know. Guess I must be misremembering it. Yeah, so we're just doing kind of pulling back off Berytos. We don't have anything ready as a kill threat against him, so that's that. Kind of leaves this Atlantis now. With his army wiped, we're going to move this army forward. We need to build a lab, I think, to help recharge on gems, but we're going to start eyeing this fort from Atlantis to push him back into the water. So that's where this army's mostly going. I think our global casting mages are waiting for the lab to be built. It's somewhere in this mess that we're... Here it is. This guy's building the lab. I don't know if we have anything specifically planned to raid this or kill that squad like a Melqart. Need to deal with this thug. But since we drowned our 2 astral Melqarts, I don't think we have rolled that many yet. No, I don't think so. We could use balls to counter-thug him, but they're busy mind hunting. I think in the game I'm not really thinking about using ball mages as thugs, but they're pretty similar to Melqarts in their power level. You know, about the same HP. I think the skills are a little lower as a base. 13, 14 versus 14, 15 base, so balls are pretty okay if the one skill difference isn't a big deal, and I think, well, these Basalt Kings are pretty thuggy. Right, yeah, we're marching down here. And it looks like mostly a turn of movement, regrouping, pushing armies forward. We're assaulting here on Marverni. Just kind of trickling troops to the forward, raiding where we can. So I think that covers it for this turn. It's a bit late to start a new turn, so we'll call it here. Thank you for watching. Actually, no. We have fire gems. Are we I don't think we're recasting the fire global, so... yeah. I guess we do have this Melqart running and patrolling here, hoping to catch this guy, but probably it's low odds to successfully kill him. Yeah, alright, that covers the turn. We are not recasting our fire global. I think we need to do a big overcast to keep it up. And they seem pretty determined to keep it down, so I won't. I'm not in a rush to get it back up. I'm not using fire gems tremendously fast on anything. So yeah. Thank you for watching.